Bible calls them enemies of Israel. The Bible calls them enemies of Israel. It says they attacked from behind. Cowards, raiders. So God gave an order, blot out the memory of Amalek from under heaven. And it happened. But who were the Amalekites really? Some say they were descendants of Esau, Jacob's twin family. Others say they were powerful desert traders controlling key routes between Egypt and Canaan. So why erase them? Because power always needs a villain, and villains are easier to destroy when they're made invisible first. Their cities are gone. Their name is cursed. But the question remains, what was Amalek that terrified Israel enough to want them gone forever? Follow for more lost tribes in the Bible.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and say how about Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kodash, the blessed to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. This is your brother Yassad back at you with another lesson, 135. Alright, well, hey, I'm not feeling, all that well. But hey, we gotta fire up. Alright. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright. Well, this one here is going into Esau being extinct. It's all fables. Right? And we'll go through some precepts and whatnot, it's like Amalek being extinct, all fable, because Amalek is basically the grandfather, the grandson of Esau, Edom. So just as the children of Israel, they are different tribes, right? Same thing with Amalek, he came out of Esau, right? That's why when you go into the prophecy, the Lord having a hatred toward Amalek, and they would have warned unto them from generation to generation. And the Malachi speak about how Esau, the Lord have indignation forever against him. So this is from AI here. It says a general I typed up. This is from Gemini. Is the tribe of Amalek from the Bible alive today? It says a general scholarly and traditional Jewish view, because what I have to say is these same Jewish, the small hats, the banking families, they that run in the world, monetary, military, the rulers behind the scene, the shadow government, the 1%ers, they are the Amalekites, right? They are the head tribe, the chief of Esau, which is in power now. Yeah. So, reason being, nowhere you're seeing that, they extinct and whatnot is because they would like you to believe it is so. But according to the prophecies, their extinction wouldn't come until the kingdom established. Right? But we'll read on. It says here's a breakdown of the information, biblical accounts of destruction. The Bible records commands for the destruction of the Amalekites and the account of their ongoing battles with the Israelites, which culminated in their near-complete annihilation. It didn't say complete, it said near-complete. The last explicit mention of the Amalekites being killed during the reign of King Hezekiah, 1 Chronicles 4:42-43, where a group of Simeonites killed the remaining Amalekites on Mount Seir. Haman, the villain in the book of Esther, is called the Agagite, but Haman, who was against the children of Israel, come under the same mindset. All the other Amalekites or Esau having that perpetual hatred for Jacob, because I think Haman was against Mordecai and wanted them, hung, wanted to wipe out all the children of Israel from off of the king Xerxes, right? It's indicated he was a descendant of the Amalekite king Agag, suggesting the lineage survived up to that point. But hey, we know that the scripture, I'll bring that first in Ecclesiastes 4:16. But before that, it said the disappearance of a nation. Most commentators agree that the biblical Amalekites assimilated into surrounding populations or were otherwise destroyed, losing their distinct national identity over the millennia. It is generally accepted that the identity of any biological descendant has been lost, making the command to blot out the memory of Amalek impossible to fulfill in a literal physical sense today. Modern interpretations of Amalek in religion and cultural context, the concept of Amalek is often understood and remembered symbolically today. Right? But hey, I'll end it off there, Right? Because, again, the same Jewish community, the small hats, they invest a lot of money to keep the truth hidden, right? They invest a lot of money to keep the eyes of the people, closed, only open to folly, right? Because, hey, in their mind, they push the narrative that all the nations in the Bible have passed, have been extinct, and whatnot. But is really and truly they hiding their true identity. But it's being revealed now through the spirit and power Yahweh by Shemel Shai, choose men. So let me get the precept that I wanted to kick off with in the book of Ecclesiastes 4:16. It says, "There is no end of all the people, even of all that had been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in them. Surely also this is vanity and vexation of spirit." So it says there is no end of all the people. So that is how we know that this man is a liar, because the scripture speak of him being the father of lies. Esau Edom being the father of lies, right? He's the father of it. When he speaketh of a lie, and a lie of his own. Psalm 53 talk about the wicked, he estranged from the womb the born speaking lies. There's often a lot of deceit. He built his kingdom on lies, deception. That is a part of his trait, being that devil, a deceiver. Alright. Yeah. So let's get firstly Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? And let's get that in Amos 3. How the things that Esau being hidden, because the banking family, the Rothschild, the Rockefeller, hey, these are the Amalekites that are spoken of in the Bible, because they are the head, they are the leaders of Esau Edom, the one with the most supreme power, knowledge, and these things. So therefore they would be ruling in these times. Alright. Amos 3:7, surely the Lord will do nothing but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So the prophets would come out in these times to shed a light upon this man. So first off, let's go to Genesis 36 and 15, which is actually genealogy of this man, the Amalekites. And 636. Right, and this is start at 15. There was dukes of sons of Esau, the sons of Elpahaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zephyr, Duke Zenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of what? Of Edom. That is the land that they belonged to Edom. These were the sons of Ada. Right? Yeah. And when you go to the Blue Letter Bible, right? We jump down to verse 19. It said, these are the sons of Esau, who is Edom. And these are their dukes. Right? Because the sons are Esau. Right? But Eliphaz now, when I saw the son of Esau, making Amalek Esau's grandson. And let's go to the Blue Letter Bible into this Genesis 36. It would reveal Amalek being the head tribe. So let's go into the word Amalek, and I'll bring our next precept, and we'll go into Genesis 36. Let's go into the word duke. Okay, so the word duke, a guide, governors, captains. The Strong says familiar, a friend, captain, chieftain, chief, a governor. Right. Amalek.
Strong's H 6002. Amalek. Amalek.
Yeah, Amalek. Dweller in a valley, son of Eliphaz by his concubine Timnah, grandson of what? Of Esau, and progenitor of a tribe of the people in southern Canaan. Right, Amalek, Amalekite. Probably of foreign origin, Amalek, a descendant of Esau. Right, and the scripture proving that he is the head tribe of Esau. In Numbers 24:20. And when he looked on Amalek, we must read verses 16, and I'll jump to verses 20. He had said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. Right? I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, which is Yahushai, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. Right, Yahushua, rule with a rod of iron, that scepter, our righteousness, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy all the children of Shet. And Edom shall be a possession, share, and this is prophecy, because this is to prove that this hasn't happened yet. The Edomites, Amalekite, they in power still. The earth given to the hand of the wicked. Also shall be a possession for its enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Israel isn't doing valiantly right now. We are under captivity of Esau, Edom still, and Amalek, and all these other heathen nations. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. The point here, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said Amalek was the what? Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And who also in the scripture is given, that judgment to perish. Esau, Edom, which is the grandfather of Amalek, which will show you that the Lord may standing firm upon his word. So none out of the different tribes of Esau, once you go back to that lineage, you're gonna be annihilated. You're gonna really be extinct. But that isn't gonna happen when the kingdom established. Jacob is in the rulership, and you will serve 1,000 years of slavery, and that time you're gonna find it enough for you and take you out. Alright? So let's get the word first in the Bulletin Bible. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Verse 20. Then Balaam looked over toward the people of Amalek and delivered this message. Amalek was the what? The greatest of the nation, but its destiny is destruction. So let's go into the interline and get the word first.
Strong's H 7225. Reshith.
The first.
Second entry. Reshith.
First, beginning, the best. So being the head of Esau. Amalek, chief. The beginning, the first, the chief, the choice part. Beginning first, fruits first, the chief. The first in place, time, or that will rank. I to get the word chief in the online etymology. Chief, highest in rank or power, most important or prominent, supreme, the best, placed above the rest, as going back into the head. Right? The leader, guide, chief person, let's say in the 1300, it's a head, leader, captain. Right? The principal or most important part of anything. The chief, leader, ruler, head of something. And that is it, because they are the most, smartest out of Esau, most intelligent, or whatnot, that's why they be in the head tribe. Just as in out of the Israelites, the Lord will set up Judah as the head tribe, because the scripture say, get that book of Genesis 49, for example, you read upon Judah, it says, Judah, thou At he whom thy brethren shall what? Shall praise. Yeah. So although Reuben was the firstborn, but the scripture says Judah shall thy brethren praise. So basically Judah be set up as the head tribe. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee, which is the other nations. Because we know that through his father Esau came about Moab, Edom, and the list goes on. It says Judah is also a lion's whelp from the prey, my son. Thou art gone up, he stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as a old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Yeah, that's why the scriptures say he going to save the tents of Judah first. Right? He's going to save out of the tents of Judah first. Right? So that basically proving he just has Judah being the head tribe. Esau is the head tribe, Amalek is the head tribe of Esau, and as I brought out, the Lord deemed them to be destroyed, extinction, and also who as well? Esau, Edom, the grandfather. As the scripture, as the saying goes, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Obadiah 1, and but first let me get the Genesis. To show you that they come under the same vibration. Exodus 17:16, for he said, because the Lord had sworn that the Lord will have what? War with Amalek from generation to generation. Basically saying as the same thing in the Malachi 1 and 4. Now it says, for Edom said, the nation of Edom, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw them. And they shall call them what? The border of wickedness. Right? And again, we just read of having indignation, having war with the Lord, having war with Amalek from generation to generation. And it's saying here, the border of wickedness, and the people whom the Lord had what? Indignation forever. Yeah, part. Indignation forever. Another one, because the same judgment being cast upon Esau was cast upon the head tribe of Esau, Edom. Obadiah 1, and I will start at verses 8. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, destroy the wise men of Edom, and understand of the mount of Esau, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, and end that every one of the mount of Esau, every one of the mount of Esau, no matter all the sons and whatnot, including your tribe, Esau, right? Including that, you. Yeah. So you haven't escaped. And no, you're not extinct, because you've been preserved. It say, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Yes, when the kingdom established, kingdom comes, and Hey, then you serve your time at one for about 1,000 years. Hey, afterwards you're gonna play up and the Lord is gonna give the order to execute you. Make you extinct. Get rid of the cancer of the earth. Right? So hey, all your lies, all your fooleries had been uplifted. As according to the Nahum, it was speaking on Nineveh, but you know, Nahum 3 and 1 woe to the bloody city, that this is a bloody city that this man had built. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departed not. All the lies. Jump into verses 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will what? Discover thy skirts. Just as in that time, in this time as well. Thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nation thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Because just as it says in Job 9:24. Oh yeah. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. We don't identify who the wicked is. He's gonna be called the board of wickedness, the Edomites, the so-called white man, right? So it says he covered the faces of the judges thereof, if not who, where, and who is he? So he hid who the true prophets are, the Lord are, the saints, the chosen people, and by what he did also. He through all his life, he made the people on the face of the earth to deceit, to believe that the nations in the Bible, they're all extinct. But we are here to tell you that the same small hats, the banking families, they are the Amalekites that it's speaking of in the scripture. Right? They are the Amalekites. Right? So there's some piece up here. Because that's our enemy, the Psalms 83. To follow right enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Because right now, we be in the tail for who? According to the prophecies, the Edomites. They have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So all of these prophecies, it's literally here. We seen it happened. Right, why we scattered to the four corners of the earth, because these Edomites, the Amalekites, they came up against us. Right? For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom. So all of Edom, the different tribes and whatnot, all against us. Right? And for you to be the chief of a tribe, it means that you basically controlling the operations, the governing, and the decision making and whatnot. Because you the leader, the chief. So Esau, Edom is a part of the Amalek. Look at it's even here. And the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagrims, Gebal, Ammon, and what? And Amalek. Why he has to make sure and call you out, being enemies of us, that you have us into slavery. And Amalek is the head tribe by Esau. The Philistine with the inhabitants of Tyre, Asher is also joined with them. They have hold upon the children of Lot. So you had to mention, so it's the same way literal, just as the Lord would say, well, for example, Jeremiah 50. 50 and 33. For example, here it say that the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah. So just as instead of saying the Israelite, he bring that differentiation in the same Israelites. But again, as you know, it are the northern and southern kingdom. So just as how it are Amalekites, the head tribe, the first of the nations of Esau. It say, and the children of Judah will press together. And all that took them captive held them fast, and they refused to let them go. So if the same Edomites which would have us in captivity now were extinct, then we wouldn't be in captivity, and none of these things wouldn't be, it would be of naught. You know? But hey, the prophecy is speaking. You know? Exodus 17:16. It says, for he said, because the Lord had sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And that is what's happening even until now. Right? Until Jacob be established and we wipe this man out. But that will be for our next video. Right? So please, this was a final praise to Yahweh Hashem and Shai. Hey, this man's lives being uplifted. Hopefully it might have a part 2 upon this. You know? Until the next, it's a shalom.